Hello, and I'd like to welcome you all once again to the old schoolhouse here in the village of Butterstone in Perthshire in Scotland for another one of my wee live concerts. And this is the 8th concert now. And this is like being on tour, actually. And it's for those of you who have just joined us, we're actually in what was the village of Butterstone is 10 houses, and this was the little village school for all the rural kids here. And it's a little village school that I went to when I was a wee boy, and my father went here in the 1930s. And it's been my recording studio for the last 30 years, and I've made all my records in this room, so it's lovely to be able to broadcast to you from it now. And so in these little shows, I'm trying not to repeat myself, and I want to just see how far I can get without repeating myself. But it's starting to get a bit challenging now because I'm having to start doing songs that I haven't done for a number of years. So we'll just see how we get on. I'm going to start off with this song, which came from learning about Mary Queen of Scots. And she was beheaded by Elizabeth I, and I always thought that she had been beheaded in the Tower of London, where they did all their beheading. But she was actually beheaded at a place called Fotheringay Castle, about 100 miles outside London. And I was very lucky some years ago to go and visit it, just near Stamford, and it's a very spooky place, you know. There's nothing much left to see of the castle, just the flat area where the Great Hall had been, where they had this kind of sham trial, and where she had been beheaded, and where her body lay in a lead coffin for a year because they didn't know what to do with it, for fear of turning her into a martyr. Anyway, the story goes that the castle was taken down stone by stone, and there's nothing left. And so, and she was only a young girl too, which is kind of, but it was nothing to do with her really. It was to do with the power-crazed men that were behind this, working away behind the scenes. So we'll have a wee go at this, and I'll see. Hopefully, I'll remember the words. So we'll just. Something happened here in this cold, deserted place, where mighty walls have vanished, leaving naught to trace. Something's not quite right, where ravens cast a guilty eye, and hidden reason still continues to deny. Oh, but Mary, I can feel your pain, I can hear your heart breaking on the silent fields of Fotheringay. Oh, I can hear your heart breaking. And we give our might to men, who then take it as their own, and then destroy with every thrown stone. We stand as simple fools, we watch them break it down. Soiland's voice lies silent, cannot make a sound. Oh, but Mary, I can feel your pain, I can hear your heart breaking on the silent fields of Fotheringay. Oh, I can hear your heart breaking. found a darkness here. The leaf has withered well away. Time has sacrificed, but no one dares to say. Something's not quite right. The ravens cast a guilty eye, and hidden reason still continues to deny. Oh, but Mary, I can feel your pain. I can hear your heart breaking on the silent fields of Fotheringay. Oh, I can hear your heart breaking. Oh, and Mary, I can feel your pain. I can hear your heart breaking on the silent fields of Fotheringay. Oh, I can hear your heart breaking. Thank you very much, and that was my song, Mary Queen of Scots, and I'm assuming that you'll be clapping at home. This is what I've been saying to the audiences for the last 8 nights, you know, that it's quite nice actually because you're quite safe here. Nobody can throw anything at you or that, right? And people can't heckle you when you've got. I've got chairs. I've tried to set this up like a little concert. You know, this was the whole idea, so that you would get your, you know, your bottle of beer, your glass of wine, and a few sweeties and a wee bag of popcorn, and sit and kind of have a half an hour concert in these tired and troubled times. And I've got a row of seats here that are empty. They're kind of symbolic of the times, you know. And I hope you're all keeping cheery in this lockdown. You know, one of the things my garden's never been so clean, and we live in Butterstone, where the house is, under 3 or 4 big oak trees. And of course, in the autumn, all the leaves come down, and it's a nightmare, the leaves. And for the first week of this lockdown, I've been raking up all the leaves, and I think I raked up every single leaf. And then there was a storm came in a couple of days ago and blew all the leaves back into the garden. And it's the first time I've actually been quite happy to have a storm blow all the leaves back into the garden, because it gave me another wee job gathering them all up again. So I'll do this wee song. So I wrote this song for a friend of mine who's sadly departed now, but so I'll try and sing it on. He said, I hear the music almost everywhere I go, and if I should ever lose it, oh, I'd have nothing left to show. And I know I'm not the one to understand life's reckless ways. I'm just a little child who believes in everything he says. Some hearts will fill with wonder, some hearts will break in two, some hearts will wait for summer just like you. And if you feel it's fading, just turn it round to face the sun. The season's never ending. Time will turn. Time will turn. He says, I know I'm wilder than anyone you've met before, and I may be standing proud or I know I'm not the one to stand here naked center stage. Oh, I can be so gentle, or I can burn with rage. Some hearts will fill with wonder, some hearts will break in two, some hearts will wait for summer just like you. And if you feel it's fading, just turn it round to face the sun. The season's never ending, time will turn, time will turn. And I'm watching from a distance, worried for my fragile friends, this tame and false existence. Oh, the tragedy, it never ends. But we're all standing hopeful, every day brings something new. There are those who find their summer, and those who never do. Some hearts will fill with wonder, some hearts will break in two, some hearts will wait for summer just like you. And if you feel it's fading, just turn it round to face the sun. The season's never ending, time will turn. And some hearts will fill with wonder, some hearts will break in two, some hearts will wait for summer just like you. And if you feel it's fading, just turn it round to face the sun. The season's never ending, time will turn, time will turn, time will turn. Thank you very much, and that's maybe song Some Hearts. I'm just going to change guitars here for this next song, and there's a wee line in that song that it's when my father was very old, and my father passed away a number of years ago. Now, he was an old man, he was 84, and I had a great relationship with him, and he'd been a gardener all his life, working in a great big estate garden, and he had a brilliant way with flowers and vegetables and things, and just with nature in general. And I remember he was in a hospice at the very end, and very, very ill. And my son, Jamie, had gone to visit him, and it was very hard to find anything to talk about. But my father had given both my son and daughter pot plants, just a couple of weeks beforehand. And Jamie had this big geranium, and he it wasn't doing very well, and so he asked my father, he says, what can I do? My geranium's not doing very well. And my father says, just keep it turned into the sun, he said. Nothing can thrive in the darkness. And it was a lovely kind of profound statement to leave us with. And he passed away the next day. So anyway, on a cheerier note, seeing as this is Saturday night, I thought I would do this song. And this is the wee chorus song. This is where you all sing. And this came from I play the fiddle, and there's a wee village hall about 500 yards from the, in the village here, where as youngsters we used to all go to ceilidh dances there, and my mum and dad danced there when they were in their youth. And it was where all the rural people would come around and do and dance, and I continued that tradition. I played fiddle up there for dancing for a number of years. You know, we had, and I remember it was a fantastic thing because everybody comes to the village hall in the rural area. The rich folk come, the kids come, the new folk that have come into the area come, the farmers come, the businessmen come, and so they're all, and I was playing my fiddle and I was watching this heaving mass of humanity dancing in this little village hall with the steam coming off them, and just thinking what a wonderful glimpse into what the humanity's potential it was, you know. And my father always said that you knew it was going to be a good dance when you were walking up the wee track to the hall, if you could see steam coming out the windows, you know. So I wrote this song, and the chorus is easy. You sing, all together, all as one, all together, relentlessly we are dancing on. Okay? And so maybe I want you to put the chairs back and have that's what we used to do at Hogmanay in Scotland. We put the chairs back and get the fiddle out and have a wee dance. So we'll try it. United now within this ancient wheel. We are united with the spirit of the music at our heel. Dawn reflection, we rebuild and we restore. We are as Mother Nature's children as we dance around the floor. All together, all as one. All together, relentlessly, we're dancing on. All together, all as one. All together, relentlessly, we're dancing on. We are invisible upon these dancing feet. We're shape and shadowless, revolving to the one eternal beat. With hearts connected, we will turn the other round. We are as Mother Nature's children as we dance across the ground. All together, all as one. All together, relentlessly, we're dancing on. All together, all as one. All together, relentlessly, we're dancing on. We'll stay forever here within these timeless walls. We'll stay forever here, no matter how the turning silver falls. Accelerated, we have seen this place before. We are as Mother Nature's children as we dance around the floor. All together, make a better noise. All as one. All together, relentlessly, we're dancing on. All together, all as one. All together, relentlessly. This is what you do on your own. Here we go. We are united now within this ancient wheel. We are united in the spirit of the music at our heel. Dawn connection, we will turn the other round. We are as Mother Nature's children as we dance across the ground. All together, all as one. All together, relentlessly, we're dancing on. All together, all as one. All together, relentlessly, we're dancing. Fade it away. All together, all as one. All together, relentlessly, we're dancing on. It's all together. I hope, thank you very much. I hope that you can kind of imagine yourselves up at the village hall in Butterstone, spinning around the wee room. So it's coming to the end of my my little half an hour show. I've got something to tell you before we start, because those of you who have not, will have seen this. My friend here, this gentleman here, who's been with me every night for the last 8 nights. And what happens is, we've got an automated camera system here. It's just me and Jenny in the school, because we've been in lockdown for the last 2.5 weeks, I think, nearly 3 weeks now. And but before we did that, my very clever son set me up with an automated camera system where we've got 4 cameras, but Jenny's up the back pressing the button to start it and to mute the reverb and things, and that. Just doing a great job up there, Jen. It's just me and Jen. And of course, this gentleman here. Now, I've been calling him Mr. Potato Head, and he's becoming a wee bit of a celebrity. And he challenged me today, and he says, look, my name's not Mr. Potato Head. I don't like Mr. Potato Head. And I says, why? I'm sure it's because he's been getting some emails and things and that. He says, my name's Scottish. He says, my name is Tatty Face. So I have to apologise to him. And his name is actually Tatty Face, and tatty is a Scottish word for a potato, and Tatty Face. See, he's a lot happier now. I suspect actually he's wanting to set up his own. Well, why he's challenged me is he's wanting to set up his own website and his own Facebook and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, he's great company on the stage, and he's getting quite a fan club, which is great. And he plays some great wee bits of wee licks throughout the songs. So. Okay, Mr. Tatty Face, Mr. Tatty Face. So we're going to do this wee song to finish off, and just got to get this right. So I'll leave you with this, and thank you very much for tuning in. And we'll have a wee talk to you after the song. Restless fool, can't you wait a minute longer? Oh, restless fool, can't you wait until you're stronger? For there's things that you don't know about harvesting the field. There's things that you don't know without a little help. They may never be revealed. Or restless find you. For there's things that you don't know, how the lady likes to dance. And there's things that you don't know, and without a little time you may never find the chance. Restless fool, you don't hear a word I'm saying. Oh, restless fool, you can leave, but I am staying. For there's things that you don't know about this wild, elusive dream. There's things that you don't know, and it's certain sure nothing is the way it seems. Oh, restless fool, oh, restless fool. Thank you very much. That was Restless Fool, and that brings me to the end of this, another one of the wee live shows. This is number 8, and thank you all so much for joining in. We have thousands of people from all over the world tuning in and watching, which is absolutely fantastic. And I've been reading out the names of some of the exotic places. Because I'm encouraging people to write in and tell me if you come from somewhere amazing. But we've also had hundreds of people thousands of people who are watching in Scotland and in England and in Wales and Ireland. We've got people from all over America who are watching in. We've got people from South America, Australia and New Zealand, and most of the European countries, so I'm going to mention a couple of the new places that came in today, who are people who are watching, and some people are watching tonight from Tunisia, hi, from Abu Dhabi, from Phnom Penh in Vietnam. Goodness me, that's amazing. Hi, the folk in Phnom Penh, from the Isle of Man, from Thailand, from Mercia Island. I thought that was somewhere strange, but it's actually in Suffolk, I believe. Mercia Island. From Malaysia, from Brittany. I spent a lot of time in Brittany when I was in my youth. In fact, I wrote my Caledonia song on a beach just outside Paimpol in Brittany. It's a great part of the world. Great part of the world. Had fantastic cider and crepes and things, and I learned to do a bit of Breton dancing when I was there. From Saudi Arabia, Serbia, Bali, Papua New Guinea, Hong Kong, Morocco, and last of all, Jenny said she put this down because she liked the name, but I think I've actually played here, in Moose Jaw in Saskatchewan in Canada. I did a lot of shows up around that area a number of years ago. Anyway, so I'm just going to thank my family, Jamie and Julia and Tanya and Taj, who are all helping and kind of remotely are all kind of monitoring what's going on and helping me out with this, to Callum and Lewis, who my grandchildren who will be sitting down in Airntal. It's only a few miles away, but if could be, they might as well be on the other side of the world. I haven't seen them for 2.5 weeks, but I was watching. I've got to thank Callum for his own live stream. Callum was 5 and did a live stream, a private live stream this afternoon, which was fantastic. Callum, brilliant, and then finally, I always like to kind of personally thank all forgot about my mum. My mum is watching down in Dunkeld. She's 84 and is in great shape, and I FaceTime her every day, and she's made of sturdy stuff, the kind of rural folk like my mum. And I always like to take this little time to sort of thank all the people who are working at the front line of the NHS and all the carers, because this is we wouldn't, you know, it's. And all the people like my bin men and the guys that are doing all the deliveries and the people that are in the shops and it just there's just a whole bunch of people who are going above and beyond the call of duty to keep the wheels of our lives while we're all locked into our houses, keep the wheels of our lives going. And I thank them very much, and particularly the health workers and the health carers and the NHS people who are at the very, very sharp end of all of this. And thank you. And anyway, I'll leave you with I'll leave you now. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll be in touch. Probably in a couple of nights' time. That'll be what's that? Monday night. I'll see you all again. Thank you very much, and Aichava.